25 years ago, two guys showed up, Dr. Dan Toomey and Dr. Reverend Dick Ottaway. I'm going to just see if I can get this to work, okay? No? Uh-oh. Could you hit that? Yeah, sorry. Don't ask me what this does. I'm still learning, and that doesn't do it either. Okay, never mind. So Dick Ottaway's on the left there. Dan Toomey's on the right. There's Greg Thompson, one of the original corporate partners from PSE&G, and Ted, whose name I found out but forgot to put in those question marks right now, Ted Light, who was an executive in residence there. Also Al Geschler, who was the senior vice president at Allied Single. Since then, they've become Honeywell, of course. And Gina Werdenberg. Look at her down there on the right. Right? She was from AT&T, one of the directors of HR. And they were all part of the founders there. And they decided to create an under-the-radar organization within FDU. Nobody would know about. And they called it the Center for Human Resource Management Studies, hereafter CHRMS. They wanted to bridge two worlds, the academic and the corporate. And they've formed partnerships with a number of high-level HR executives at major companies throughout New Jersey. They wanted to make a difference in how people were developed, engaged, and managed in organizations. Some FDU faculty then got together and created a new HR major. And they proudly strutted it out in front of their corporate partners to get their feedback. And what they heard back was the new program was all wrong. It did not meet the needs, their need for developing future strategic HR business partners, which was where the field was going at the time. You're not here for a while. So Dan and Dick, who had great respect for the knowledge of these practitioners, said, okay, let's create a cutting-edge strategic HR curriculum together. And it became one of the first of its kind in the world. I tell this story to illustrate certain bedrock and enduring values that were formed and woven into the DNA, first of CHRMS and throughout until this time, I'm happy to say. The desire to make a real difference, a belief in synergy between worlds, and a deep bias for collaboration, co-creation, and learning from action. As one of the many co-creators, speaking for myself, many co-creators of the original Earth Day in this country, a veteran of Woodstock, and someone late to academia from industry, these values called to me. And I left Rutgers University to join FDU and CHRMS and these two folks. I came to appreciate both CHRMS' serious work and its fun sense of community. As annually exhibited in the CHRMS family picnics that we used to have. In the slideshow that will come around during your dinner, please glance up every now and then. Many of the people sitting around this table are in those slideshows, kids, all kinds of things, doing good work and having fun. Later, it became clear to us that creating such work, I'm sorry, I skipped something. Not sure what it is. Oh, yeah. All right. And together, CHRMS brought these values to a 10-year series of academic practitioner workshops at the National Academy of Management, developed research and case studies to make the business case for employee engagement, which is, I'm proud to say and happy to say, hardly needed anymore, and became a champion of life-giving workplaces. Later, when it became clear to us that creating such workplaces required a healthy environment and economy, CHRMS evolved to embrace a more holistic mission of helping create a sustainable, flourishing world. And ISE was born. Over the past decade, we've used the same spirit of collaboration, co-creation, and action learning to deepen sustainability awareness and practices in a broad array of companies, NGOs, agencies, associations, communities, and schools, including our own, meaning FDU, with documented results. Some of our corporate partners were asked and agreed to share some thoughts about the value, their experience and the value that ISE has had for them. We'd like to play that now, if that's possible. Nice. Sometimes technology works.
I'm Barry Danback. I've been in the field of environment, health, and safety for over 30 years. I joined ISE 7 years ago as the global leader of environment, health, and safety and sustainability for Alcatel-Lucent. And what I really like about ISE is that I can come together here in the great state of New Jersey, meet with my fellow peers and sustainability leaders and a lot of the thought leaders within the industry and interact with them on a local basis. And basically, one of the real values is every time that I go back and look at implementing environment, health, and safety in the company, that I feel that my lens has been changed for the positive based on the interactions through the ISE.
Hello, I'm Joe Toto. In my time with Roche and BD, I had the privilege of serving as a corporate partner with the center and then the Institute. We received many benefits from this relationship. For instance, it gave us access to the thought leadership of the Institute and the university. It was an opportunity for us to guide the development of the students in preparation for their roles as leaders. And lastly, I recall a very nice networking relationship that we enjoyed with our peers. So congratulations on the 10th anniversary of the Institute. Congratulations to Joel and Gina and Dan and so many others. And I wish you continued success in your important mission. Thank you very much.
Good evening. I'm Ted Grasky, retired Vice President of Human Resources of Ricoh Corporation. Early on in my career, I came to see the university-business relationship as one more ingredient in a supply chain of developing management talent and information. However, to be honest, my staff, when they learned that we might be working with CHRMS, was skeptical. They thought that we would be invaded by college professors wearing long black gowns, mortarboards on their head, and most importantly, giving long abstract lectures on how to run a business. What they found were creative, adaptive, personable people willing to listen and who offered simple solutions to their problems. Most importantly, they knew they wanted to learn about their business. As a result, the respect and participation grew, and I firmly believe that my staff, my company, and myself benefited from the relationship.
Good evening. I'm Greg Thompson, and I'm speaking to you from my office in South Carolina. I wish I could be with you tonight. Boy, it's going to be a great celebration. We can reflect on the many contributions that have been made to the communities we interact with in government, academia, and business. And more specifically, contributions made to the leaders, managers, and people in the organizations we touch. You see, I have a very deeply held belief, and that is that there's only one long-term sustainable competitive advantage, and that's the quality of leadership, management, and people, and how they work together to implement the business strategy. I believe HR has the accountability for making that strategic advantage a reality, because they have the most to contribute to making it so. It was based on that belief and a strong commitment to partnership that I got involved with the Center for Human Resource Management Studies and later the Institute for Sustainable Enterprise. As one of the early and many leaders who participated in the founding of the Center for Human Resource Management Studies, I can tell you that I'm extremely proud of what's been accomplished. My only regret is that I can't be with you tonight. But let me propose something. I'd like to propose a toast to the next 25 years. Have a great time, and I hope to see you soon.